Okay, so we're doing irrigation. I think it's task, what task is it, Martin, please?
10.
10, so it's task 10 on the Sports Turf Level 2 operative. So we're just looking at irrigation. So we're going to be doing a quick risk assessment. So we're working with water, can be high pressure. So if some of your places of work, you've got powered systems through pumps and stuff, you will need to be careful when turning systems on. In case of any sort of holes in pipe work. Obviously we're just working off the mains here, so we've got mains pressure, so we're not that worried about mains pressure getting damaged to eyes. Obviously slips and trips around hose pipes, just be careful. I've got my work boots on. Working with Jubilee clips, any sharp edges, just be mindful with hands. I've decided that I don't have any issues, so I'm going to use just screwdrivers, so I don't need any gloves or anything, so I'm quite happy with that. My only issue for health and safety is my protection board. Okay, so this goes over, as you can see it's quite rotten, there's bits coming out of it, so I'm going to report this, and I've got a handyman that will make me a new lid for it, so hopefully in a couple of days that will get repaired. So obviously just be careful when standing around it. So first things first, identifying issues where water is going to be needed. So as you can see on the cricket square, we've got track 3, which has just recently been renovated. So we've let the grass grow up. We've got seed, and we've top dressed with Boughton County Loam and pure ryegrass seed. We've put some fertiliser down. So obviously we want to try and get this to germinate and regenerate as soon as we can. So we're just going to get the sprinkler, rotary sprinkler set up, just to put some water in this area. Other areas of, obviously you can see the difference in coloration. So we've got the 2 tracks here. They haven't been watered now, probably the track where the covers are hasn't been watered for a good week. I think it was last Monday was the last time that they've had any water, and then this wicket, track number 6, has also been under a cover, a side sheet. So as you can see, these areas are very dry. We're expecting a lot of rainfall tomorrow, so we're going to cover track 7, and then track 9 is going to get covered for a sheet ready for the under-15s game tomorrow to try and keep them dry. Obviously cricket needs to be played on dry surfaces, so there's always lots of areas for you to be able to identify dry areas and surfaces that are in need of water. Okay, so if we come back to track 3, so we're going to put the sprinkler in a position that it can water. So you see we've been trying to repair track 4 as well, and you can see the seed has come through quite nicely in the main batting crease, but some of these other areas are not come through as well, probably because of irrigation, perhaps not having enough at the time of the seed going down. So we're going to put some irrigation on and see how it comes through. So going back to my system, we've got what I call a geeker clip, Jubilee clip, and I'm just going to connect it up. We've not had a Jubilee clip on it, so I just wanted to replace it with a Jubilee clip so that we don't get any leaks of water. Water's quite a valuable commodity at the moment, so we want to kind of not waste too much. So always what we do, put the Jubilee clip on, push it on, tighten it up.
Now Simon, you've got enough pipe to reach this end here.
Yep.
And obviously it won't reach to the far end over
yep.
there. So have you got, I believe, you've got more pipe?
Oh yeah, we've got, so we're just using a regular garden hose. I think it's 12mm internal. We've got probably, I would say 30 metres, so we can then get to the far end of the wicket. Obviously the problem we struggle with is pressure at the cricket club, just using mains pressure. So we use what I call them lay flats. Okay, now this lay flat, we cut it to 80 feet, which is the length of the cricket wicket, and then that lays flat on the wicket, and it has perforated holes across the top. So you put in, it builds up its own pressure. So we tie a knot in one end, connect it up, and we put it in the middle of the wicket, and what it does is it fans out perfect, sort of for one wicket 10 feet wide. So we use that when we're doing a lot of wicket preparation, so we're trying to get just one wicket watered for wicket preparation so we can then get it rolled out. As we were preparing track 5 earlier with the verticutting, what we'll do is if we don't get enough rain tomorrow, we can then get the lay flat on it and get more
And when would you generally do the irrigation?
So we work on 14-day turnaround. So if we've got a game on a Saturday, we will start wicket prep the previous Monday. So not quite 14 days, so maybe 12 days. We would then flood the wicket up, see how it's drying out, and then we would then put the verticutters through it like we've done, and put more water on if needed, and then the next day we'd get the rollers on to start base rolling it down. But we tend to work on about a 12-day. If we had more time and a bit, higher up the levels you go, I know the lads at the local county ground, they use sort of like 21-day build up to a wicket preparation.
And if you had an automated system, would you do it more in the evening, or?
Yeah, I think there's more advantages in the evening. Obviously the plant is, you haven't got the temperatures that we're running today, so you're not going to get as much evaporation through the soil or the plant. You're going to get probably less wind as well in the evenings. So when we're using the lay flat, we have to be really mindful of which way the wind's blowing, because it's such a fine mist. You've got to allow for the wind. So as we've got the wind today, so the wind is coming across there, we would probably put it more, so on a 10-foot wicket, 5 foot be in the middle, we would probably put it about 7 foot or 2 foot side of middle to allow the wind to blow it across. But so we'll just get this set up. So first of all, just a normal connector that anybody would get it home in a domestic system. So I just turn that on, make sure we're getting, as you can see, not great pressure, but we have got something. So turn that back off. Alright, got it on a 360, spinning all the way around, so you might want to stand back and see how much we get going. So obviously, for the purpose of today, we can just see it going round in a perfect little circle. Ideally, I'd like to get the longer hose and put it into the middle of the wicket of track number 3, so that, as you can see, it's coming out here. So it's a bit of a waste of water. So what I'd probably do is turn it all off, go and get the other hose and put it in the middle, so that we're not wasting the water. So I'm probably going to go and get that set up now and come back with it.